Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Everyone, mark your attendance.
Sir, I am not enrolled, sir.
Okay. Okay. I enroll you after the class. Okay. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, I think everyone marked their attendance. Can I start the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I think last point of discussion was step test of aggregate. So in previous week, I discussed about step test of aggregate. So basically, I also discuss about what are aggregates and what are the basic property of aggregates, because the property of aggregate will govern the property of concrete or the property of mixture, which is concrete. Basically, the property of aggregate which govern the property of aggregate, the property of aggregate governs the property of concrete by two means, in a strength point of view and also on the workability point of view. So basically, our next point of discussion was, our next test is shape test. Shape test. Admit. Here I am discussing about aggregate, which is coarser. That means I'm discussing about coarse aggregate, because I already discussed there are two type of aggregate. One is coarse aggregate and another is fine aggregate. So basically, fine aggregate is sand type, and it is used in making mortar. So basically, coarse aggregate used in making mixture or in road construction. So basically, this aggregate governs the property of concrete. Governs the property of governs the. Today I discuss all things about what are flaky particles, how we identify flaky aggregate, what are flakiness index, how flakiness index test will be performed. Also, I discuss in today's class what are elongation particles, how elongation particle or elongated particle will be identified, what are the elongation index, what are the elongation index test, how we perform elongation index test. In today's class, I cover all the aspects of shape test for aggregate. So you take patience for 3 sessions. So basically, aggregate governs the what property of concrete. Aggregate governs the property of concrete. Property of aggregate governs the property of concrete. And I already discussed there are two property of concrete which is governed by the aggregate or the property of aggregate. First one is strength and second one is workability. Basically, I already discussed what is a strength. Can anyone say what is a strength? Can anyone say what do you mean by strength?
Sir, it is the property of material which resist gradual loading.
Okay. You say, sir, it is the property of a material which resists the gradual loading. Okay. What are the factors on which this strength will depend? I already discussed different factors on which strength for a particle will depend. Here my point of discussion was strength for concrete. So basically, strength of concrete will be governed by the property of aggregate. Which property of aggregate? I already discussed. There are two property on which strength of a concrete will dependent. So basically, can you say what are the property on which strength of concrete will depend?
Sir,
Okay, you say.
interparticle locking and bond strength.
Okay. You say, sir, interparticle locking, and next one in bond strength. What is the other name of bond strength? What is the other name of bond strength? Bond.
Fraction.
Okay. Good. I think Susila says bond strength is another name of friction. So basically, bond strength depend upon aggregate particle or friction between aggregate particles. So basically, strength dependent upon two things. Aggregate depends on two things. First one is interparticle locking between aggregate. First one is interparticle locking. Interparticle locking. Interparticle locking between the aggregates. And second one is bond strength between the aggregate. Bond strength is other name given to the friction. Bond strength. I already discussed these things in your last class. Just I brush up these all things. Bond strength. So basically, the strength of concrete will be governed by these two properties of aggregate. One is interparticle locking and second is bond strength. Now next is workability. Can anyone say what do you mean by workability? Can anyone say what do you mean by workability?
That is to work, transport, placing, and finishing. This is known as the vocabulary.
Okay. You say, sir, it is the ease with which we can work. That means my working is either mixing, my working is either transporting, my working is either placing, my working is either finishing with the concrete or with the mixture. Okay, you say this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can can anyone say what are the different factors on which this workability will depend? What are the different factors on which this workability will depend? I already discussed these things.
Water cement ratio and shape of aggregate.
Okay. I do not discuss these things. I discuss this ease of work. That means this workability will depend upon friction between the particle. If the friction between the particle is more, if the friction between the particle, that means these two aggregate particles are there, and if the friction between both if the friction between both particles is more, then we do not place this concrete or this mixture anywhere, or we do not work with this concrete. So if the friction between two aggregate is more, then the workability is very less. So I already discussed for aggregate point of view, I say basically strength of concrete is dependent upon interparticle locking between the aggregates. If interparticle locking between the aggregate is less, then the strength of particle will be less. If bond strength between the particle is less, then the strength is less. If friction between the particles is more, then workability is less. If friction between the particle is less, if friction between the particle here, if we suppose here is our angular particle, that means angular aggregate, and here also we have a rounded aggregate. So here you see the contact area between our rounded and angular aggregate is less. So here friction develop is also less, because I already say bond strength is a function of contact area and roughness. So basically, if the friction between particle is less, then workability will be more. So these are the different factors on which our strength and workability of a concrete will depend. So basically these are properties which will be I think already discussed in your 3 to 4 lab classes, like crushing strength of aggregate, impact test of aggregate, Los Angeles, that means hardness test of aggregate, and last lab class I discussed about shape test. So basically the property of aggregate like shape. So basically I already discussed shape of aggregate will be identified in four form. One is rounded, another is angular. I draw these shapes. So basically in last class my next point of discussion is shape of aggregate. So basically shape of aggregate also govern the strength and workability property of the concrete. So shape of aggregate, shape of aggregate. Shape of aggregates. So there are four type of shape of aggregate. This is rounded shape. This one is, I think I already. This one is your angular. This one is your flaky. This one is your flaky aggregate. This one is your elongated. So this one is elongated aggregate. This is your flaky aggregate. This is your angular aggregate. This is your rounded aggregate. So I think I discussed about rounded aggregate and angular aggregate. Also for finding angularity or roundness of aggregate, we identify a number which is known as angularity number. So basically angularity and roundness of aggregate is measured in the terms of parameter. I already discussed in last class that parameter is your angularity number. So basically for these two aggregates, I found a number which is known as angularity number. Can anyone say what is the value or what is the range of AN?
So
AN
0 to
0
11.
to 11%.
okay. Someone saying, sir, AN varies in the range of 0 to 11. Can anyone say this AN is also calibrated or also expressed in the form of what? In the percentage, I also represent this angularity number in certain other form. So can anyone say what are the form on which we calibrate AN? Some percentage I given, percentage of volume, percentage of voids, percentage of what? Because
Percentage of void.
okay,
Percentage
okay,
of what?
okay, percentage of void. I discuss angularity number is represented in percentage void. So basically, I give a scale. There is angularity number scale on angularity number scale 0 to 11. Numbering is marked beneath this scale. Percentage volume of void is also calibrated in the form of AN, because I already discussed one problem on this. I give one problem and ask you all to find the angularity, and based on the angularity number you comment upon the shape of aggregate. Can you recognize the question? Can you remember the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically I give here 33% and here 44%. So basically if angularity number is 0, then percentage volume voids is 33% and so on. If angularity number is 1, then percentage voids is 34. If angularity number is 2, then percentage voids will be 35. If angularity number is 3, so basically percentage voids is 36. So if you have to find the percentage volume of what and you get answer like 41, 42, 43. So you just quoted the shape of aggregate is angular and also percentage voids is equal to 43, 44%. From your answer you get. Then you also reported your angularity number as 10. Then if you get 42, then you reported it as 9 and so on. So I think everything is clear. Everything is clear for rounded and
Yes, sir.
angular aggregate. Can I proceed for elongated and flaky aggregate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just you see here. Next point of discussion is I want to share something with you all. Shape of aggregate. Shape of is it visual to all? Is it visual to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Here you see, this is your angular aggregate, this is your angular aggregate, this is your rounded aggregate. Here, here you see, this is your rounded aggregate. Here in this figure. Is it visual to all? Rounded aggregate, flaky aggregate, angular aggregate and irregular aggregate. That means mixture of all things. That means rounded, flaky and angular aggregate all. Okay. So these are the four shape of aggregate: rounded aggregate, angular aggregate, flaky aggregate or elongated aggregate. I already discussed what are rounded aggregates, and in rounded aggregates how strength and workability will imparted. Also in angular or angularity basis how the strength and workability of concrete will be imparted. Then I discuss about angularity number. I already discussed all things about angularity number. So I think my last or my next point of discussion is on today's test. So flakiness index. Flaky. First I discuss about flakiness. Flakiness index. Flakiness index. Flakiness index. So basically flakiness index test is given by IRC and the codal provision is IS 2386 2386 part 1 386 part 1 part 1. Basically here I write all the points. First point, A point. From flakiness index, from flakiness index we find flakiness of aggregate. Flakiness index we find flakiness of flakiness flakiness of flakiness of the aggregate. Just you see in the PDF also. So here you all see flakiness index and elongation index text. So I completely focus on flakiness index. Basically this flakiness index is given by our IRC and the code is IS 2386 part 1. I already write this thing on your whitepad. Flakiness of aggregate is measured in terms of parameter known as flakiness index. So basically the angularity in previous shape I already discussed. To find or to measure angularity or roundness of aggregate, we require a parameter which is known as angularity number. But for measuring flakiness of aggregate, we require another parameter. By using angularity number, we do not find flakiness of aggregate or flaky aggregates. So basically, another parameter or another index which is used to finding flakiness of aggregate is known as flakiness index. Here you all see carefully because this is the main point of flakiness particle identification. Basically here they say flaky particles are those whose least lateral dimension of which is smaller than 0.6, that means 3 by 5 is also written as 0.6 of its mean dimension. Here I repeat this statement again. Flaky particles are those least lateral dimension of which flaky particles are those, that means I have many aggregates. I have rounded aggregates. I have, and I think someone, Saurabh,
Yes, sir.
mute from your side. This is your rounded aggregate. This one is your angular aggregate, and this one is your flaky aggregates. This one is your flaky aggregate. So basically, flaky particles are those flaky particles, and this one is your elongated aggregate. So basically, flaky particles are those whose least lateral dimension of which is smaller than 0.6. 0.6 is also written as 3 by 5 of its mean dimension. So here we focus on two terms. One is mean dimension and another is least lateral dimension. So basically, flaky particles are those particles whose least lateral dimension of which is smaller than 3 by 5th of its mean dimension. What it means? So you all focus here. Suppose we have a particle. Everyone focus here because I discussing conceptual parts of your flakiness index test. So suppose you just observe here. This is your I magnify or zoom out aggregate. Basically, this is aggregate. This is aggregate. I indicate aggregate by A. So I take this example only for understanding purpose. Practically, we do not find aggregate of this size or this geometry. For understanding point of view, I take this example that this is your aggregate, and also I mark certain dimension. So I think this is width of my aggregate. You choose one aggregate whose width is, I just take this example. I again repeat, I take this example only for your understanding point of view. Practically, we do not find aggregate of the geometry. So you all concentrate on this point. Suppose we have a aggregate which width is 5 mm. I just define flaky particle. So this is the width of my this aggregate. This is the length part. So just I observe this is 12 mm. 12 mm is equal to length. Suppose 12 mm is equal to length of my aggregate, and this is 1 mm. 1 mm is my thickness. So basically this 1 mm is thickness. 1 mm is equal to thickness of my aggregate. So basically flaky aggregates are those aggregates, again I repeat the statement, second statement, flaky aggregates or flaky particles are those aggregates or those particles whose least dimension is 0.5 times of its mean dimension. So basically you all observe here, our for this aggregate our least dimension is thickness part. So basically because thickness is 1 mm, so this is our least dimension. So this is our least dimension of aggregate. So you just mark this is my least dimension. This is my least dimension. So this is my least dimension. So this is my least dimension. Now again part, next part is to find mean of the aggregate. So basically here we have three dimension, weight is another dimension, length is another dimension, and thickness is another dimension. So just mean of these three dimension, that means x bar is equal to 1 plus 12 plus 5. 1 plus 12 plus 5 by 3. That means we get 12 plus 5, 17, and 1, 18. 18 by 3 is equal to 6. So the mean dimension of this aggregates comes out to be 6 mm. So my definition says flaky particles or flaky aggregates are those aggregates whose least dimension is smaller than 0.6 times of its mean dimension. So basically this is my mean dimension. This is my mean dimension because x bar is our mean dimension. So basically mean dimension is equal to 6 mm. 6 mm. This is my mean dimension. 3 by 5 or 0.6 of mean dimension means, suppose we take another variable y, which is 3 by 5 of this x bar, because we have to take 3 by 5th or 0.6 of this mean dimension. So 3 by 5 into 6. So this is 0.6 by 6. So what is the result? Y is equal to how much? 3 by 5 into 6 is equal to how much?
3.6 mm.
Okay. So someone saying, sir, we have a result of 3.6 mm. So my work is over. I identify my flaky particle. So basically you see here least dimension is 1 mm and 3 by 5th of your mean dimension is 3 by 3.6 mm. So basically 1 is greater than 3.6. So my definition say what? Flaky particles or flaky aggregates are those aggregates whose least dimension is smaller than 0.6 times of its mean dimension. So basically we find our mean dimension. Mean dimension is 3.6. Our least dimension is 1 mm. So we get 1 is less than 3.6. So I identify this aggregate is my flaky aggregate. So in many examination they simply give the length of my aggregate is this, my width of aggregate is this, my thickness of aggregate is this. Option A, my aggregate is flaky aggregate. Option B, my aggregate is elongated aggregate. Option C, my aggregate is elongated and flaky both. Option D, none of these. So just you apply this formula. My formula say mean is equal to all three dimensions by 3. Least dimension, you also identify the least dimension means lower value of all the dimension. Here the lower value is 1 mm, so our least dimension is this much. So if the least dimension is less than the mean dimension 3/5, you see here 3/5, not only mean dimension, 3/5 of mean dimension, then our particle is flaky particle. Can everyone understand? Is
सर
everything is clear?
अगर
Okay.
थिकनेस नॉन यूनिफॉर्म रहेगा तो
Okay. Just recall from your side. I already say this example is only for understanding purpose. Practically, that means you say, sir, अगर इसका thickness non uniform रहेगा तो, that means you talking about practically. So practically, we do not find aggregate of this size or aggregate of this geometry. So basically, we required flakiness index test. Our IRC give these types of result or these type of suggestions also, but practically we do not find the shape of aggregate as flaky in this manner, because aggregate has, you already say, sir, our thickness non-uniform rahega to. So basically we do not find the shape of aggregate practically in this manner. So we required, because you already say, sir, aggregate has irregular geometry. I understand your point. So aggregate have irregular geometry. So for that purpose, we require flakiness index test. So my next point of discussion is flakiness index test. Can you understand, or will you understand?
यस सर
Okay. So Amit Kumar Pramanik. Amit,
Yes, sir.
repeat from your side how you identify flaky particles. Repeat from
Flaky
your
particles.
or
Sir,
flaky
flaky particle.
aggregates. Okay.
फ्लैकी एग्रीगेट्स वो होता है जो अपना लीस्ट डायमेंशन, जो उसका लीस्ट डायमेंशन होता है वो 0.6 मीन डायमेंशन का होता है। 0.6 मीन डायमेंशन से लेस होना चाहिए।
Okay.
तो
Okay.
मीन
Okay.
डायमेंशन निकालने के लिए लेंथ ब्रेथ हाइट डिवाइडेड बाय 3,
Okay.
और वो मीन डायमेंशन जो आ गया उससे इनटू 0.6 करके जो उसका लीस्ट डायमेंशन है उससे कंपेयर करेंगे। अगर लेस देन उससे है तो वो फ्लैकीनेस है।
Okay. Flaky particles. Then that particle are flaky particles. Okay.
Yes.
So I think in some of the question they also say, so here you see, I think this point is clear.